Hello, my name's Daniela. I am here to share a message to you for sure about God. And God loves you. Hit the like button and share with your friends, whoever will need it, and subscribe. So I actually passed one of my drawing books that I sketch in, and it's mostly all the same theme about, and I'll just let you imagine the drawing for yourself and but tell the story in words, because my last chance of my last video, I tried to show the drawings I drew, and you could not see them because they're in pencil. So here it is. This is the first one is very simple. It is God is the light in the darkness. Second one is there are always blessings and light in the darkness. You just need to look around you and see the little things that God has made and has created. The second one, it says it all by itself. Jesus is the first. Or Jesus is number one. The fourth one is that his plan is bigger than yours, and you will never imagine what he has in store for you, even if you try. The next one is, a butterfly, and it, to me, at the time, it meant that you always are growing in your faith, and there is more ahead of you. The next one, it's a cake with a drink, and there's balloons. It is supposed to be my mom's cake that she makes. It's chocolate, and then with raspberries for the middle part, but the chocolate that is actually the cake is actually it's the best, and the filling with the raspberries, it is awesome. It doesn't even taste like cake from Shoppers that actually tastes like chocolate from heaven. Or, yeah, you have a little taste of heaven. My next one is a cup of hot chocolate with little marshmallows, and then there's a window with like winter, and there's a snowman. I was just trying to draw something that is enjoyable and to brighten up the winter days. My next one is summer, and my favorite part of summer is actually going swimming in the lake or ocean or in the beach, around the beach with my family. And you always get a beautiful sunset or even a view of place in the distance, like the trees, a nice cottage that is like far away, and you can just look at it and stare at that for hours and hours on end. The next one is a cross, which it actually looks like a puzzle, which actually Jesus died on the cross, and Jesus' plan is a puzzle because you don't know and you cannot imagine his plans or even imagine how much he loves you. The next one is a rabbit, which I drew greatly, and then there's a carrot. But I'll try to show you because it's pretty. You can actually see it. Yeah, there's the rabbit. But the next one is just a glass of water. If you can actually see it, yes, it's with actually olives for the end of it. And then the next one is an angel. You probably can't see it. Okay, good. Because angels are always watching over you and they're helping you, even if you do not see it or you actually notice. My next one is kind of like a maze. Like you have two ways of going. There's the sun, and then there's two ways of going. You can go the way God planned for you, or make like a U-turn kind of thing, and then end up at the place where actually God has planned for you. And take the long route and take the path where it actually leads you off God's path. But even if God leads you to you are led in the wrong direction, God always brings you back to onto his path, and you are always end up at the spot you're supposed to be on. The next one is a crown. Yeah, okay. and it's about being a princess or prince of God's family. And the next one is a sword, and then a shield, and then there's four different group like parts of the shield. The top one over here, it's God. The other one is trust. The next one at the bottom is friends and family, and then the next one over here is love, because all of those are important to me and are kind of like mostly my whole life. And my next one is two hearts, like together, because I love romance and love. My next one is a necklace that actually ends up with a heart, and it looks, yeah. I just have a crazy imagination. The next one is the S, and it equals Supergirl, and now at the time I was drawing Supergirl, but like you are a superhero in God's church, and will help and love everyone, and you will save a lot of souls, even if you don't think you will. The next one is the Holy Bible, if you can see it. And then there's three crosses, where three crosses is the place that he died, and the two people murderers were killed with him. So that's why I put three crosses. The next one, it's electronic things to your head, and like this is right now. Okay, you can't see it that well, but it's those electronic things going to your head and on your head, and seeing if like the waves or of your brain, or your activity in your brain is good or overactive, which we use for my issue with actually having epilepsy, and seeing when I'm having a seizure or not. And this is equals life, and it has all the words that my mind needs to actually live true, authentic, and loving, and God Jesus type life, which is love, smart, courage, hope, trust, faith, kind, good, wisdom, truth, powerful, gentle, joy, crazy, strength, humble, listening, belief, and fighter. The next one is a dress, which I always love dresses, and makes me feel like a princess every time I wear it. So that's why I drew a dress. This one is actually Jesus as a baby, or young Jesus. I have this one is similar to my first one, which is a candle, and then it's a statue with an angel praying and looking at the candle. The next one is it's my sister drawing me, or it's actually me drawing me. And then she drew me. No, Julia. And then my next one is flowers in a vase. And then I have a castle where it's like Romeo and Juliet. The princess down here, and I'm like the princess is over here, and they're talking back and forth and just meeting each other, kind of thing. And my next one is a radio, which I love music, so I drew a radio. And music actually brings love and joy and hope into your life in an awesome and cool way. And then my other one is flowers, which flowers actually, it's spring, like to me it's spring and you're growing and there's hope and joy. And even if there's darkness, there's always things that God has created to actually show his love. My next one is like bells, and then a church, because the churches are a beautiful sight to see or a place to see, and it always sometimes it actually looks like a castle. And I love weddings, so the next one is a speaking podium, and then there's lots of chairs, which actually one of my dreams are actually to be a speaker one day. And the places where you actually work a lot and you have you kind of journal, you do your homework there, you do your business or organize a letter or anything. That's your place to work and place that you can find quiet and actually think. So that's one thing I drew. And then there's another drawing about a cross, and then actually it's about romance kind of thing, and then a heart, and then two faces, which kind of like romance and God in between all of that, and like a good relationship. This one is about even in the darkness, at the end, there's the tunnel. There's light. The next one is God. I hope. Well, you can't. I don't think you can see it, but it's a leaf, and it represents Canada. The other one, this is the priest over there, the cross, and then he's changing the wine and bread into Jesus, and the bread and wine are becoming Jesus, and that Jesus is right there anywhere, and plus the priest is acting on Jesus's behalf, acting like Jesus and loving and caring and serving the people like Jesus, because priests are Jesus's group of disciples acting upon Jesus's word. And plus all the other people, even not priests that are priestess, children, moms, dads, anyone, acting like Jesus' disciple and helping people believe in God. This is actually a big castle or big church that I drew. And I love churches. I love like drawing churches. It's so amazing. Oh, this one is Peter Pan and Wendy, which Peter Pan was my first like person or character I fell in love with, which I'm still in love. Like, I'm not still in love with Peter Pan, but I still love Peter Pan. And I have a Wendy darling dress for Halloween. It's amazing. And I still love watching Peter Pan, the movie. This is me, and this is one, like a bursting brain or something like that, and how I feel. And then there's this a line over there. Oh, and this is when those lines. That's when they are active and I'm having a seizure, and then that's when I'm not having a seizure. And this is what I'm thinking. You probably can't see it, but that's what I'm thinking. But there's a something blocking me from saying what I'm thinking and totally saying what I want to say. But that was like decades ago, or actually maybe like, oh, and plus there's over there's something about singing and like singing what I'm feeling. But I always felt down about my speech and thought my speech and how I communicated was different, and different meant like I wasn't close enough or communicating the way that people should communicate, and actually understanding the other person, and it's very hard, and then I get frustrated that I'm not saying what I want to say that's in my head, but it's not coming out the way I wanted to say. But now I notice that speaking and actually saying how I'm saying it, it shows other people that you can actually be different, and different is good. And plus, talking the way I talk, or communicating the way I will communicate, it's just me. and how other people communicate. We just need to understand the way they're communicating and not feeling like you're different and that's a bad thing. It means like the communication will get better over time and you'll understand the other people over time and you will grow to love the way they communicate and they respond or kind of act and actually give the love they and how they give the love and how I give love. So like there's a lot of things about communication that are in there. Love, understanding how what they're saying, beating over the block that's blocking the communication and the misunderstanding and making it arguments rather and going overboard. There's a lot about communication that actually goes into it. And this is just a drawing about I love you, and then there's a tree, and then there's me and Jesus under the tree, and he's hugging me. And then this is me with Jesus over here, and then that's the devil, if you can see it, and the light is stopping the devil from actually coming in and actually harming me. And that's with everyone. This is another one. It's about God's mercy, and this is me being being locked up and having chains on me because of the sin and guilt and sadness I have, and plus anger and feeling like a failure and the fear. But God is putting it in the garbage. Everything that you do, everything that you feel guilty for, He's putting in the garbage and actually forgiving you, and you're free, you're clean, you're remarkable, made in God's image, and you are an image of God. This is just a rose from Beauty and the Beast.